My video from May the 31st, 2019 is video number 3102. The title is A Long String of Failures. I've waited longer to record this video than any of my videos in a very long time. Many thoughts and topics ran through my mind. It's already getting dark here in Florida, and frankly, I don't even feel like recording another video today. May 31st was yet another deadline for the announcement of the RV that so many have been waiting for since at least the 1990s. Criminals are still in control. Any evidence of a loving God, ET, or angelic intervention in human affairs is seriously lacking. Some see Donald Trump as some sort of savior. I don't see that, even though I wish that or some other form of hopium was real. I have lived my entire life with expectations, and they have been dashed on the rocky shore of disappointment again and again. I'm not sure how much longer I can hang on. A friend called me a YouTube legend because I've hung in there for so long, yet I feel as if I've failed. Even worse, the God I always thought loved us failed even more. Not only are we unable to love one another, the war racket, overt or covert, continues unabated. It's another sad day in a long string of disappointing failures. It's been, as I said, usually I record my videos 12, 14 hours earlier than what it is now. It's past 8:30, going on 9 o'clock already here in Florida. And I'm recording the video that will go live sometime whenever I wake up after midnight. Now, what I do now, instead of trying to do it at 4 a.m. in the morning, whenever I wake up and have to go to the bathroom, it's usually sometime between midnight and 1 or even 2 o'clock, I just get up and I record my video at that time, or I should say upload it and put it online. It's already recorded previously, and most of the time in the morning after I put the other one up. I get up, and when I get up in the morning, I record it. Since I've been doing the videos, putting them up whenever I wake up, I don't try to record until I wake up the second time. That's when I put my video up. Anyway, folks, I kept watching all day for announcements that the RV was going to be real. And for those of you that don't know, again, I remind you, the RV is the currency revaluation that's supposed to put money and funding into the hands of visionaries like myself that will enable us to do good for humanity. Instead of waging war, we want to wage peace. What a concept. We want to love one another and build bridges and expose the walls and let them crumble under their own weight, because they are useless. They are useless barriers to our evolution, to our conscious awareness, to our becoming what I believe we are all destined to be. And yet for myself, I really thought that by 2011, 2012, it was going to happen. And I keep continuing to make videos day in and day out, faithfully. Yes, I've been discouraged before. I've had days when I wanted to throw in the towel more than once. And this is another one of those. But I have had friends insist that it had to happen before June 1st. Now, the latest news today is that they've extended the deadline to June 4th. Well, how many times are they going to keep extending the deadline? I listened to a video writing earlier on that says that the change is going to come in the 20s or possibly 30s. That is the 2020 decade or the 2030 decade. Again, it's pushing it further into the future. It keeps getting pushed further and further into the future. Meanwhile, I have friends that are dying. Meanwhile, I have symptoms in my own body that don't get answered as far as prayer. I mean, that my feet remain numb. I still have periods where I'm dealing with some extraordinary pain that it always passes. And I'm not going to seek medical intervention. That's, as I've said many, many times, it's not that doctors are bad. It's that, like most other professionals, there's been a very serious drought of true information, and everything is categorized to make a profit. Everything is programmed for money purposes and control purposes. It's not to make humanity healthy. It's not to make the world situation better for the majority. It's to continue to enrich a minority that has malevolent intent. Where are the benevolent forces? Where are the ETs and angels? Where is the loving God? You know, this idea that it keeps getting pushed further and further back. Meanwhile, people die. Meanwhile, people face tremendous hardships. Meanwhile, the disappointment that rises up with failure after failure of promises to be kept. Dates come and dates go. And it's been happening all my life, but especially in the past, since I began making my videos in 2011 every day, January 2011, that's when I began making daily videos, only missing, as I've said, I don't know, 7, 9, 10 times maybe. I don't know, whatever it was when I was having my second open heart surgery and I didn't have access to my computer during a period of time, which I've talked about in other recent videos. In any case, folks, I've struggled today all day. I've kept checking. Is there any word? Is there any word that's going to bring encouragement? You know, people say I'm impatient. Well, put yourself in my shoes if you can. I know that's hard. I can't put myself in other people's shoes either. So what I'm asking is probably a little bit difficult for you to do. But nevertheless, whether I'm a YouTube legend or not, I'm struggling. I really want to see humanity uplifted. I really want to see us blessed so that we are able to bless others and that the blessing becomes the norm rather than the curse that we've been under for such a long time. The curse of dark entities seemingly controlling the entire world through a fake monetary system that is built on nothing intrinsic of value, just paper. That's all it is. And criminals at the top of the structure of the world. What the hell is wrong with a loving God to allow this darkness to continue year in and year out, decade in and decade out, century in and century out, millennium in and millennium out? How long will it go on before we find heaven on earth, before our lives make sense, before our codons are turned back on and our natural talents, gifts, and abilities are restored so that we can be more than conquerors? And I don't mean that in a way of conquering other people. I mean in a way that peace rises up and truth and love become the dominant aspects of human experience. But that's not been the way it has been all of our lives. And like many others, I am very discouraged at the delays that continue. And I'm tired of promised dates coming and going again and again and again. It's a very sad state of affairs. Thank you for listening, and namaste.